Tara, the embodiment of compassion and wisdom, resonates deeply within the hearts of many. Among her 21 forms, she encompasses 5 main lineages, each presenting her unique characteristics through variations of color, posture, hand gestures, mudras, and accompanying symbols. These elements capture her essence, revealing the diverse layers of her nature. Yet the commentaries that describe her iconography often clash with the tender praises dedicated to the 21 Taras. This discord stems from 3 primary iconographic traditions that have taken root in Tibet, each reflecting the beliefs and emotions of its practitioners regarding the goddesses Tara. In this lineage, the 21 Taras are often presented as a harmonious whole, rarely distinguished from one another apart from their colors. They are portrayed in similar stances, their expressions oscillating between peace and wrath, while their vases display a rainbow of hues. Atisha's tradition, revered for its accessibility and popularity, offers an inviting path for visualization. Although beloved, representations of this lineage are often scarce in Thankas, prompting Atisha's followers to embrace Nyingma lineage Thankas, which share a similar chromatic beauty and availability. The Nyingma Terma lineages reflect the wisdom of Jigme Lingpa and Chokyo Dechen Lingpa, capturing the essence of Nagarjuna and Atisha's tradition, but with their own gentle twist. Here the Taras are painted in an array of colors, each adorned with distinct emblems held delicately in their left hands atop lotus flowers. While the Atisha lineage celebrates the beauty of vases, the Nyingma tradition highlights the allure of green Tara, placing her at the heart of their vibrant Thankas, a testament to her nurturing spirit. The Suryagupta tradition stands apart with its vibrant expressiveness, imbuing the depiction of Tara with an intensity that captivates the soul. In this lineage, the 21 Taras come alive, each surface detailed with specific postures, varying numbers of heads and hands, colors and symbols, all harmonizing into a rich tapestry of devotion. While it becomes a challenge to gather all the 21 Taras into a single image due to the complexity of this tradition, devotees find solace in the fact that there are no limitations. The praises of Tara resonate throughout all lineages, creating a connection that transcends boundaries. The Suryagupta tradition, in its expressive beauty, draws forth the names and forms of Tara in a way that may seem foreign to those from other paths. But within this intricate dance of symbolism and meaning lies the love and devotion of countless hearts, each seeking to connect with the essence of Tara's compassion and wisdom. As we navigate through the vibrant representations of the 21 Taras, we uncover a rich emotional landscape that enriches our understanding and deepens our connection to this beloved figure. Now let us dwell upon these 21 forms of Tara. Rabtupa, Wedrolma or Pravira Tara or Enurma Pamo, the swift heroine, increases bodhicitta and overpowers obstacles. Enurma Pamo is semi-wrathful. She liberates beings from the suffering of samsara and protects them from fear. Out of emptiness, Adharmodaya. In its center, on a yellow lotus and moon seat, is Om, which becomes Tara the heroine, red and emitting a mass of fire, with 1 face and 8 arms, seated on a yellow lotus and moon emanating a mass fire. The first pair of hands, joined at her crown, holds a vajra and a bell. The second pair holds an arrow and a bow. The third a wheel and a couch, and the fourth a sword and noose. While chanting her Dharani, one could feel the power to influence sentient beings positively so that one could lead them to Dharma. She has a peaceful form and sits in Vajraparyanka, adorned with silks and all the jewel ornaments and with a backrest of moonlight. She is crowned with Vairocana. With her compassionate power, she removes obstacles and increases bodhicitta, the awakened heart. Upon her Utpala flower is a white conch shell that curls clockwise, symbolizing the glorious sound of relative and absolute bodhicitta pervading the entire world. Kamo Dadang Ki Drolma, or Chandrakanti Tara, or Tara Lota Yang Chenma, also known as Moon White Tara or Vajra Sarasvati, the melodious one, the treasure of intelligence. Lota Yang Chenma is peaceful and white in color. She unlocks the treasures of music, art, wisdom, and the 4 types of knowledge: meaning, phenomena, definitive words, and courageous eloquence. Upon her Utpala flower is a clear mirror marked with the syllable Ha'im, which radiates light as if it glows with the white light of 100 autumn full moons. She offers to heal everyone from diseases. She is extremely white in colour, seated on a lotus on the moon disk, and has one of the most complicated iconography with 3 heads, blue, white and yellow from right to left, and 12 arms. The first pair of hands are in contemplation. The other right hand holds a katvanga, trident, a wheel, a jewel, a vajra, and a garland of flowers. The left hand holds a utpala, lotus, a water pot, a bell, a flask, sometimes a treasure vase, and a book. Serdog Chen Gidrolma or Kanaka Vanatara or Tara Sermo Sonam Tobkya, the golden one who increases the power of merit. Sermo Sonam. Tobki is peaceful and golden yellow in colour. Her body, just radiates light the colour of the rising sun, empowering practitioners to enact oceans of bodhisattva activities. She has 1 face and 10 arms. Her right hand holds a sword, an arrow, a vajra, a staff and a rosary. On the left-hand side, a snake, a lotus, a bell, a bow and a lasso. She bestows wealth and longevity and liberates beings through the 6 paramitas: generosity, discipline, patience, diligence, meditative stability and transcendent wisdom. Upon her Utpala flower is a wish-fulfilling jewel that showers down whatever one desires. Homage to you who are bluish gold, your hand perfectly adorned with a lotus flower, who arose from practicing giving, moral discipline, patience, effort, concentration and wisdom. Golden Tara of Crown Victorious, Tsugtor Nampa Gyalwe Drolma / Usnisa Vijayatara, Tara Tsugtor Namgyalma, also known as Ushnisha Vijaya, the victorious one of Ushnisha who accomplishes immortality. Tsugtor Namgyalma is peaceful and golden yellow in colour. Seated on a yellow lotus and moon disk with a royal posture, with 1 head and 4 arms, doing boon granting and holding a rosary on her right-hand side, a vase and a club on her left hand. She emanates from the crown chakra of the Buddha as Prajnaparamita. She is honestly victorious over all non-virtue and afflictive emotions. Upon her Utpala flower is a vase of immortality that radiates light in the 10 directions. This light transforms the radiant essence of samsara and nirvana into nectar that fills her vase. Praising Tara by her being honoured by the conquerors and the bodhisattvas. Homage to you who surmount the Tathagatas' Ushnishas, whose victorious actions are limitless, who are greatly honoured by the sons of conquerors who have attained every perfection. Tara, proclaiming the sound of hum, Tara Rigje Lahamo, also known as Kurukula, Hum Dradrogpi Drolma / Hum Svara Nadini Tara, the magnetizing goddess of Vedic knowledge. Rigja Lahamo is semi-wrathful and red in colour. The mantra Tutare blazes with rainbow light. Its sound really magnetizes and conquers through the power arising from the union of emptiness and compassion. Upon her Utpala flower is a bow and arrow poised to shoot sharp rays of light that destroy arrogant pride. She is portrayed as a yellow Tara seated on a lotus and a moon disk with 1 head and 2 arms. The right hand refuge and the left hand holding the yellow lotus, depicting the Tri-Ratna Mudra. She effortlessly accomplishes the 4 enlightened actions, pacifying, enriching, magnetizing and subduing. Praising Tara by her subduing unfavorable conditions. Homage to you who with letters, Tutara and Hum, fill the realms of desire, direction and space. With the 7 worlds beneath your feet, you are able to draw all beings to bliss. Tara victorious over the 3 levels of the world, Jigtan Sumle, Nampa, Gyalwe Drolma or Trilokya Vijayatara, Tara Jigja Chenmo, great terrifying lady who completely destroys negativity. Jigja Chenmo is wrathful and dark red in colour. She is worshipped and praised by all and her power subdues all negative forces. Upon her Utpala flower is an indestructible Phurba, a ritual dagger that subdues negativity, surrounded by blazing lassos of flames and sparks. This turbulent fire and its natural sound, hung, splits the heads of demons and obstructing spirits who cause delusion, insanity and memory loss, rendering them unconscious in the state of suchness, never to rise again. She is seen on a red lotus and sun. The first hand holds a vajra, the second holds a sword on the right side, and the left side, the first hand with a threatening forefinger, and the second holds a noose. Praising Tara by her being worshipped by the great worldly gods. Homage to you, who are worshipped by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Vayu, and the other mighty gods, and before whom the host of evil spirits, zombies, smell-eaters and givers of harm, respectfully offer praise. Tara, who crushes adversaries, Golwa Yompi Drolma or Vadi Pramadani Tara, Jengyi Mitubma, unconquerable fierce lady who dispels wars and natural disasters. Jengyi Mitubma is wrathful and black like dense storm clouds. She is seen on yellow lotus and sun wearing yellow garments with fierce expressions, upward streaming hair and pratyalida posture. With one head and 4 arms, on the right-hand side she holds a sword and a wheel. The left hand she holds a vajra lotus, sometimes with noose above the yoni, and the other makes a threatening forefinger. By the ripping sound of the wrathful seed syllable tret and the splitting sound of fat, she completely destroys the spells of enemies, evil deeds, hail, lightning, natural disasters, invading troops, and weapons of mass destruction. Upon her utpala flower is a sword blazing with fire. She is ablaze with masses of wisdom fire. From her compassionate furrowed brow fly meteors and sparks. Her right is for upward transference of the consciousness to the Akanistha pure land at the time of death. She is praised in terms of destroying adversaries. Homage to you who by saying tra, tray and fat completely destroy the obstructions of the enemies. You suppress with your right leg drawn in and your left extended and blaze with a fierce and raging fire. Tara, who gives supreme spiritual power, Wangchog Terwe Drolma or Mara Sudana, Vasitotama Datara or Tara Jen Migyalwai Pamo, invincible heroine who destroys criticism and harm. Jen Migyalwai Pamo is wrathful and dark red in colour, seated on a red lotus moon and sea monster stacked together with 1 face and 4 arms. The 4 hands hold an ashoka tree and a lotus, the other 2 pairs are boon-granting, with a gem and holding a flask. Her compassion is as swift as lightning, and she completely destroys the 4 demons. Upon her utpala flower is a vajra blazing with fire. Sparks radiate outward, completely burning, scattering and destroying demons, disturbing emotions, argument makers, lawsuits and other troubles. Her right is completion stage. She is praised in terms of destroying maras and 2 obstructions. Homage to Turi, extremely fearsome one, who completely destroys the chief of demons. With a wrathful expression on your lotus face, you vanquish all foes without exception. Tara Granter of Boons or Tara Sengdeng, Nag Chogtsol Wedrolma or Varada Tara, noble Lady Tara of the teak forest who protects from all fears. Sengdeng Nag is peaceful and blue-green like an emerald. She is a red Tara with 4 arms, seated on a red lotus and moon. The 4 right hand is snapping its fingers, dancing, while the left is holding a branch of an ashoka tree that rains jewels on sentient beings. The other 2 hands are holding vajra and bell, making a gesture of joy on the crown of her head. She protects beings from the 8 great fears, each of which have an outer and inner aspect. Water attachment, thieves, false views, lions, pride, snakes, jealousy, fire, anger, spirits, doubt, imprisonment, greed, and elephants/ignorance. Upon her utpala flower is a universal wheel blazing with turbulent light that tames beings by means appropriate to their needs. Her right is for granting the 2 types of attainments, common and supreme. She is praised in terms of her mudra and the symbols in her hands. Homage to you whose fingers adorn your heart, with the mudra symbolizing the 3 precious jewels, adorned with a wheel of all directions, whose radiant light outshines all. Tara, who dispels all suffering, Nia Ningen Sel Wedrolma or Soka Vinodana Tara, Tara Jigtan Sumle Gyalma, victorious over the 3 worlds, she who overpowers the universe, Jigtan Sumle. Gyalma is peaceful and red in colour. Rainbow light emanates from her body and the victory banner upon her utpala flower, overpowering all the gods of the desire realm. She brings supreme joy to all beings. She is a ruby-red Tara seated on a red lotus and moon with 4 arms. On a lotus and sun seat, from HA comes a black Tara with fierce form, her right hand holding a hook that summons the 8 planets, her left a hook that dispels misfortune with a noose. She abides in a leader posture, right leg extended, the first pair of hands on her crown in Namaskar Mudra, and her other pair of hands are holding a sword and branch of an Ashoka tree bearing red flowers. The mantra of her speech, endowed with the 8 modes of laughter, ha-ha, Hawaii, hi, ho-how, empowers all beings, setting them on the path of liberation. Her right is entering the mandala. She is praised in terms of her crown ornaments, and the sound of her laughter, homage to you, whose very joyful and shining crown ornament radiates a garland of light, who with your mirthful laughter of Tutara subdue the demons and worldly gods. Tara, who summons all beings and dispels misfortune, Phungpa Selwidrolma or Jagvasivipan Nirbahana Tara, Tara Norterma, bestowing wealth and removing poverty. Norterma is semi-wrathful and golden red in colour. Her shower of blessings fills the entire world, completely liberating sentient beings from the suffering of poverty. Upon her Utpala flower is a treasure vase that grants all wishes. She holds a hook that summons the 8 planets. Her left hand also holds a hook that dispels misfortunes with a noose. The light of the syllable hung radiates from her body, speech and mind, showering down all the wealth and glory of gods, nagas and humans. Her right is for increasing enjoyments. She is praised in terms of accomplishing activities through the 10 directional guardians. Homage to you who are able to summon all the directional guardians and their retinues. Frowning and shaking with the letter hum, you rescue all from their misfortune. Tara, who grants prosperity and brings about auspicious circumstances, Tashi Nangwe Drolma or Kalyana de Tara or Mangala Loka Tara, Tara Tashi Donje Ma, accomplishing auspiciousness, bringing timely seasons, prosperity and harmony to the land. Tashi Donje Ma is peaceful and gold in colour. A rain of nectar and auspicious symbols descends from her body, benefiting all beings, plants and harvests, establishing the entire world in perfect balance and prosperity. Upon her Utpala flower is an auspicious infinity knot. Atop her crown are Buddha Amitabha and a crescent moon. Light radiates from her body, the infinity knot, the crescent moon and Buddha Amitabha. She is seated on poly lotus and moon. Her right-hand side holds a trident, a hook, a vajra and a sword, and the left-hand side holds a jewel pressed to her heart, a hook, a club and a flask. Her right is the fire offering. She is praised in terms of her crown ornaments, praising Tara by her crown ornament. Homage to you with a crescent moon adorning your crown, and all your ornaments shining brightly, with Amitabha in your top knot eternally radiating light. Tara, the complete ripener, Paripakaka. Tara or Yongsu Minpa, Zp Drolma, Tara Yulai, Gyalje. Victorious over war and other obstacles with and without form, Yulai Gyalje is semi-wrathful, has 3 eyes and is red in colour. She brings infinite joy to all beings and protects them from war and obstacles. Upon her Utpala flower stands a vajra with open prongs. Light and sparkling vajras radiate from the open vajra, annihilating the hosts of enemies and harm-doers, completely surrounding everything with an indestructible vajra tent. Her right-hand side holds a sword and an arrow. Her left-hand side holds a wheel and bow. Her right is for subduing hindrances. She is praised in terms of her fierce posture. Praising Tara by her wrathful posture, homage to you who dwells amidst a garland of flames, like the fire at the end of an eon. With your right leg extended and left drawn in, you destroy the hosts of obstructions of those who delight in the Dharma wheel. Wrathful, shaking and frowning, Tara, Tronya Yoa Drolma or Burkuti Tara, Tara Tronya Chenma. Frowning lady, destroying evil of the 9 kinds of harm-doers, 8 classes of spirits and obstructing forces. Wrathful Tara with 3 heads, white, black and red colour, with 6 arms on an orange lotus, sun disk and a corpse seat on a stack. She holds a sword, a hook, a club, a skull, a noose and Brahma's head. She is adorned with a crown and a long necklace of human heads and tiger and snakeskin. She is known for removing hindrances to flourish the Dharma to the happiness of sentient beings. Tronya Chenma is wrathful, frowning, and black like dense rain clouds. With the roaring sound of Hung, she radiates light and flaming vajras that split the heads of negative forces and demons, causing them to fall unconscious in the state of dharmata, suchness. Upon her utpala flower is a pestle. Her hands and feet strike the earth, stamping out ignorance and causing the ground to tremble. Her rite is for subduing hindrances. She is praised in terms of her fierce posture. Praising Tara by her wrathful posture, homage to you who dwells amidst a garland of flames like the fire at the end of an eon. With your right leg extended and left drawn in, you destroy the hosts of obstructions of those who delight in the Dharma wheel. Her right is a protective circle. She is praised in terms of her radiating light from a hum syllable. Homage to you who strike the ground with the palm of your hand and stamp it with your foot. With a wrathful glance and a letter hum, you subdue all 7 levels. Tara, the great peaceful one, who provides virtues and goodness. Shiva, Chenmo, Drolma, or Mahashanti Tara. Tara Rabzima, perfectly calm one, pacifying evil deeds and obscurations. Rabzima is peaceful, white like the full moon and smiling. Upon her utpala flower is an anointing vase filled with nectar. Countless purifying goddesses holding anointing vases emanate from her heart. The light that radiates from her and the bath bestowed by the emanated goddesses wash away all evil deeds and obscurations that cause rebirth in the lower realms. She is portrayed as a white Tara on a white lotus and 6 arms. On her right-hand side she holds a rosary, boon-granting, and a club. The left-hand side holds a lotus, a water pot and a book, particularly resting on a utpala according to Surya Gupta lineage. Her ritual is the external washing ritual. She is praised in terms of her Dharmakaya aspect. Homage to you who are happy, virtuous and peaceful. Within the sphere of the peace of nirvana, fully endowed with Soha and Om, you completely destroy heavy evil actions. Tara, destroyer of all attachment. Chagpa Jompi Drolma or Raga Nisudana Tara, Chagpa Jompi Drolma / Raga Nisudana Tara, destroyer of the power of evil spells cast by enemies and sorcerers. Rig Engag Tobsom is peaceful and red in color. The light of her wisdom, compassion and power completely destroys enemies, evil spells and Mara, lord of negative forces. She grants the power of true speech to those who pray to her. Upon her utpala flower is a crossed vajra that completely destroys the power of curses, evil and all negativity. On an orange lotus and sun, from E comes a red Tara with 3 eyes, her right hand at her heart holding a trident and her left, with raised forefinger, a tree with flowers and fruit. She sits in sattva paryanka. Her function is mind increasing. She is praised in terms of the activities of her peaceful and wrathful mantras. Praising Tara by her divine actions of peaceful and wrathful mantras. Homage to you who completely subdue the obstructions of those who delight in the Dharma wheel, rescuing with the array of the 10-letter mantra and the knowledge letter hum. Tara, accomplisher of joy and bliss, Drolma Dedrub Ma or Sukha Sadhana Tara. Drolma Dedrub Ma / Sukha Sadhana Tara. On a white lotus and sun from SA comes an orange Tara, her 2 hands at her heart holding a moon disk. She sits in sattva paryanka. Tara Pagme Nonma, boundless subduer who binds enemies, robbers, thieves and hunters. Pagme Nonma is peaceful and golden red in color like clouds at sunrise. With her magical power she subjugates bandits, robbers, thieves, hunters and all enemies, establishing sentient beings in bliss. Upon her utpala flower is a stupa. From the hung in her heart, rays of light in the form of countless hung syllables radiate out. Peaceful and quick to tame sentient beings, she stamps her 2 feet on the earth. The 17th Tara is praised for binding the thieves and eliminating the power of black magic mantras. Homage to Ture, stamping your feet born from the seed in the aspect of Hum, who cause Mount Meru, Mandara and Vindhya and all 3 worlds to shake. Victorious Tara, who increases realizations. Drolma Rabgaima or Sita Vijayatara, Drolma Rabgaima / Sita Vijayatara Tara Maja Chenmo, great peacock, protecting from and pacifying all kinds of poison. Maja Chenmo is peaceful and white in color. She protects from poison. Upon her Utpala flower is a full moon marked with a rabbit. From this, rays of nectar light radiate, spreading in all directions and completely removing all poisons from the environment and sentient beings. The moon symbolizes self-arisen wisdom that is free from increasing and decreasing transition or change. White Tara with 4 arms seated on a white lotus, a moon and a goose, holding a hook with her first pair of hands joined above her crown, the other boon granting and holding a Utpala marked with hook. Homage to you who hold in your hand a moon, the lake of the gods. Saying Tara twice and the letter Fat, you completely dispel all poisons. Tara, extinguisher of all suffering, Phungpa Selwe Drolma or Jagvasi Vipan Nirbahana Tara, Phungpa Selwe Drolma / Jagvasi Vipan Nirbahana Tara, Tara Dukamo, invincible queen of the white umbrella who dispels conflicts and bad dreams. Dukamo is peaceful and white in color. Meditating upon her and reciting her mantra brings joy and bliss, causing the practitioner's body, speech and mind to blaze with power and splendor. Upon her Utpala flower is a white umbrella. Fire, weapons and Vajra sparks emanate from her body, completely uprooting hostility towards the Dharma, worldly disputes, curses, misuse of mantric power and negative signs in dreams. The white Tara on white lotus and sun holding a brazier with her 2 hands at her heart and an extended right leg slightly extended. Her right is for freeing from prison. She is praised for her activity of dispelling conflict and bad dreams. Homage to you who are honored by the kings of the hosts of gods and the kinnaras. Through your joyful and shining pervasive armor, all conflicts and bad dreams are dispelled. Tara, source of all-powerful attainments, Drolma Ngodrub Jungma or Siddhi Sambhavatara, Drolma Ngodrub Jungma / Siddhi Sambhavatara, her right is for making invisible. She is praised for her activity of dispelling fever, Tara Ritro Loma Gyonma, noble lady of mountain retreat, clothed in leaves who removes contagious diseases, Ritro. Loma Gyonma is peaceful and yellow-red like saffron, devotedly reciting her mantra dispels all deadly epidemics. Upon her Utpala flower is a round vessel filled with nectar. Her eyes are like the sun and the full moon. From the sun of her right eye shines radiant light, destroying all disease-bearing beings. From the moon of her left eye, a rich stream of nectar descends, healing all forms of disease, including their causes and consequences. The orange Tara is seated on a white lotus with 2 hands holding a pot near her heart. Homage to you whose 2 eyes are like the sun and the full moon, radiate a pure and clear light, say Hara twice and Tutara. You dispel the most violent infections, diseases. Drolma Yongzog, Jedma or Paripurana Tara, Drolma Yongzog, Jedma / Paripurana Tara. Her right is for sky-going, that is, going to the Akanistha Pure Land in this very life. She is praised for her activity of subduing evil spirits and zombies. Tara Lamo Oza Chenma, goddess endowed with light who replenishes the longevity and life force of the sick Lamo Oza. Chenma is peaceful and white in color. With 1 face and 8 arms, the right hand holds a trident and on her right hand. She radiates light, instantly summoning all evil spirits who steal the vitality and longevity of the sick. Upon her Utpala flower is a golden fish. Light radiates from the 3 syllables Om Ah hung of her body, speech and mind, completely pacifying all obstacles. Outer forces, inner imbalance of the elements, and secret obstacles of dualistic grasping at afflictive emotions. On a polylotus and moon from A comes a yellow Tara with 1 face and 8 arms. The right hand's holding a trident, a hook, a vajra and a sword. The left a jewel pressed to her heart, a hook, a club and a flask. Homage to you who have the perfect power of pacifying through your blessings of the 3 thatnesses. Subduer of the hosts of evil spirits, zombies and givers of harm, O Tura, most excellent and supreme. We would also like to mention about Ferocious Tara, the dark protector of Greater China. One striking form of Tara is Ugra Tara, known as the ferocious or terrible Tara. Also referred to as Mahachinakrama Tara, she represents a powerful connection between Buddhist and Hindu traditions. Later embraced in Hindu Tantra, she stands as a significant deity among the 10 Mahavidya goddesses. Ferocious Tara is depicted in a striking dark hue, with 1 fierce face and 4 arms. Her imposing presence as she stands on a corpse conveys her mastery over life and death. In her hands she wields a sword, a cutter, a blue lotus and a skull cup. each object symbolizing strength, transformation, and the transience of existence. A single knot of hair atop her head, housing the Buddha Aksobhya, signifies her deep-rooted wisdom. Interestingly, she shares similarities with another goddess, Ekajata, also known as Blue Tara, demonstrating the interconnectedness of these divine forms. As we explore the diverse incarnations of Tara, we discover a rich tapestry of female divinities, each uniquely reflecting her essence. Scholar David Shaw notes a transformative trend in Tara Buddhology, where all female deities began to be viewed as aspects or emanations of Tara herself, or at the very least closely associated with her. This profound realization fosters a deep connection, reminding us that these divine figures are not isolated but part of a greater whole, intricately woven into the fabric of spiritual understanding. In addition to her numerous color variations, Tara encompasses many other revered female figures within the Mahayana tradition. Notable among them are Janguli, Parnashabari, Kunda, Kurukula, Mahamayuri, Saraswati, Vasudhara, Usnisavijaya, and Marici. This beautiful perspective elevates Tara to the status of the central female Buddha, revealing how each of these goddesses is infused with her essence, embodying her wisdom, compassion, and strength. Among Tara's various forms are yellow Chintamani Tara, symbolizing abundance and known as the wish-granting gem Tara, and the golden Rajasri Tara, who cradles a blue lotus, both representing the blessings of wealth and prosperity. Vajratara, a striking tantric manifestation described in the Vajrapanjara Tantra, portrayed as yellow with 8 arms and often accompanied by a male consort, showcasing the balance of energies. Chintamani Tara, a widely practiced form within the Gelug school of Tibetan Buddhism, depicted in green and often conflated with the beloved green Tara, symbolizing growth and healing. Additionally, we encounter the Indic goddess Saraswati, revered for her wisdom and artistry, sometimes seen as an incarnation of Tara, further emphasizing her vast influence. The fierce Kurukula, a red deity attracting goodness and excellence, resonates with Tara's protective energy. There is also Sitatapatra Tara, known as the White Parasol Tara, a protective figure embodying purity and strength, depicted with many arms to shield those in need. Other forms include the wrathful Golden Prasanna Tara, adorned with a necklace of bloody heads and holding an array of weapons, symbolizing the fierce protection she offers. The tender embrace of Green Tara with the Buddha Amoghasiddhi in Yabhyam form portrays a beautiful union of compassion and wisdom. We can't overlook Yeshe Tsogyal, known as the Wisdom Lake Queen, and celebrated as the consort of Padmasambhava, who brought Buddhism to Tibet. She, too, is seen as an emanation of Tara, epitomizing enlightenment. Rigje Lamo, the goddess who brings forth awareness, graces us with her presence, seated in royal posture, surrounded by radiant rainbow light. As mentioned, all 21 Taras, it might seem unnecessarily complicated to learn about the 21 Taras, and one must wonder why there are 21 Taras. Buddha gave us 21 fundamental practices that allow us to reach enlightenment. The Mahayana Sutra system states that when we practice, we move through the 10 levels, bhumis, eventually arriving where we are right now, with the priceless endowment of our own human body and our own Buddha nature. Tantric doctrine claims that these are found within pairs and hinder or block our passageways. Through repetition, we can achieve a certain sensation or realization as we untie each of these pairs of knots. We are referred to as enlightened beings once we have undone all 21 knots and have gained Buddhahood. Buddhahood exists within each of us and is patiently waiting for order to be restored. It is not some force that exists outside of us. These 21 Dharmakaya attributes are manifest as Tara's 20 emanations, the energy by which we untangle our own knots and those of other beings, the energy by which we get enlightenment and aid in the attainment of it for other beings, is thus combined by Tara from all 3 active Kaya.